Hi beauty fam, welcome back to Mickey Car Beauty. I'm Mickey, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare and makeup. And today I got my hands on 5 of the new Chanel nude lipsticks that came out for the fall. And I actually have on my favorite one here. Can you guess which one it is? Maybe you'll tell me at the end so you'll figure out what it is. So if you're interested in hearing about my thoughts on this collection, at least of the 5 that I picked up, and which ones are my favorites, and about the Rouge Allure formula, then keep watching. I'm going to do a mini review and lipstick try on of the 5 new Chanel nude lipsticks that came out. Now they retail about $45, and then I did in the beginning I do a lipstick swatches on my hands, and my hand outside here is deeper versus the inside, so you can check those out. And these retail for $45 each. So this is the first time, at least that I've known to me, that Chanel has consciously come out with a nude collection that is supposed to be more inclusive. And for me, I'm excited about it because I find that I actually don't have too much Chanel because I'm not really super into the super pinks and reds all the time, because for me, once I have a red, I don't need 5 other reds from Chanel. So I basically have one red Chanel, which is a very red Chanel classic color, and then like a burgundy color from Chanel. And so when this collection came out and it showed the shade range, and I forget how many, I'll put below here how many they actually have in this nude collection, quite a number of a shade range from light to medium to deep that is pretty inclusive. So I ended up getting 5 of the new nude Chanel Rouge Allure lipsticks in 5 shades, and I ended up getting them as a combination from the Chanel website and then Nordstrom's. And the good thing about Chanel is that you get them really fast. I think I got them about 2 days, and they were packed very well. I ended up buying some of them from Nordstrom because I also wanted to get my points from Nordstrom. So I'm a member of the Nordstrom's and I have a certain status, so I wanted to get points. But the downside of ordering through Nordstrom's, I found for this purchase at least, is that they arrived not really well packaged, and the boxes were a little bit open and broken, and all of the ones I ordered from Nordstrom, they had been jostled around so much because they weren't secure that they actually popped out of the case because it's a popping mechanism, which I'll show you. So just kind of note that as well. And also Nordstrom's, at least for me, because I don't live near a shipping area, even though I live right where the flagship store is of where Nordstrom started in Seattle, I get my packages from Nordstrom pretty slowly. Like it takes about I don't think I've gotten anything closer to less than a week. So it can be from like a week to like 2 weeks to get my products from Nordstrom, depending on where the shipping center is. So just note that if you want it really fast, go through Chanel. And then if you want to get your Nordstrom rewards and points, then go through Nordstrom. But mine kind of, they all arrived unopened and the box is damaged, and it took a lot longer. I ended up getting 5 of the colors, and they are 196A Demi-Mot, 198 Nuance, 190 Inattendu, 209 Alter Ego, and 211 Subtile. And so I'll list them as I'm trying them on. So we'll go from lightest to deepest because obviously it's going to be easier for me to take it off. And something to note, I already have tried these already. So something to note, you see my swatches at the beginning, that the swatches are on my deeper side of my tan and then the lighter side of my arm, or more like a medium. And I'm noticing that how they swatch is definitely still different of how they translate on my lips. And that's going to be the case for a lot of us, because with deeper complected at least, is that because we have pigment already on our lips. So this is actually I don't have any lipstick on now. This is actually my natural lip color. And it is deeper and darker up here, and then deeper here, and then more red here. So even if it's swatched a certain way, I was still surprised in how these looked on my lips. And we'll start with the 196 Demi-Mot. And so this is the mechanism. If you're new to Chanel, this is kind of like their staple lipstick. And then I'll talk about like what my favorite formulas are after, but it's beautiful, beautiful packaging. The sleek, the package goes like this, and it has the Chanel, and the lipstick comes out this way. I mean, I just love this packaging. So when I found these were open, when I got my package, I was like a little bit like, ooh. One did get a little dinged. So this is 196 Demi-Mot. And it has the Chanel insignia here. That's I don't know if you can see it. This is Chanel that's embossed in the lipstick. So one other thing, these Rouge Allure products, I'm reading from the Chanel website, an intense long wearing lip color with full coverage and a satin finish. I do find that to be true. A formula instantly comforts lips, leaving them luminous and subtle in a palette of vibrant shades for bold, daring look. I noticed that there is a classic Chanel smell, and that happens with all their products. Like I think it's like a rose, I'm not sure. It's like their perfume, and it's definitely in the lipstick, definitely in a lot of their most of their products. And I love the products from Chanel so much that I kind of just tolerate it. And for me, I can tolerate the perfume. It's versus someone like Dior. I don't like their perfume, but I'm not too bothered by this perfume. But just know, if you don't like scent, this might not be for you. Demi-Mot. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful nude for my skin tone. So what I'm gonna do, I think with this type of lipstick, I would prefer to use a lip liner. So I'm grabbing a lip liner. I'm gonna grab my Affair liner from Lisa Eldridge. I love these, but any liner will do. Okay, so it has a liner. You could certainly use kind of like a brown color, but I just ended up using this. I think this is a good color. So this is kind of like my perfect nude. It's definitely not matte. So my favorite matte nude is actually Lisa Eldridge Affair. It's very easy. It's a very easy color. So if you're my skin tone or close to it, this is kind of like a beautiful pinky nude color. So the next color I am picking is 198 Nuance. And that's what the color looks like. $198 Nuance. I favored the lip liner blush with Lisa Eldridge, with this one. Or something, a trick you can do is actually just go in with your finger and blur it out a little bit. And I actually like to do that with my lipsticks a lot. Sometimes I don't want them to look exactly just perfect. I want it to look a little bit like soft focus blurred. There we go. And that's 198 Nuance. I think it's a perfect color for this look I have. And if you're interested in how I got this look, this whole look, I'll link up the video. I'm not sure which video is coming out first. I might put them live together, but because they're both Chanel, but this is basically a Chanel look. It's like the perfect rosewood with a little bit of blue undertones, at least for my skin tone. The next lipstick is 199 Inattendu. Definitely a deeper color. I think this is great for fall. I might actually grab the Affair liner again. I think it's beautiful. I think this color looks pretty sultry and sexy. I don't know if I would use this during the day. I mean, one could, but I feel like this gets into that territory where it looks a little bit like sexy vampy, which is it's a look. So I don't know if I would use this at work, but I mean, I could still get away with it. I'm wearing, you know, an olive shirt, which is a deep shade, so it certainly goes again with this look. And I've worn these already. What I can say is that I have a lot of studio lighting on, so actually when I went outside in daylight, these actually look a little bit actually deeper and richer in life, which for me, I'm in summer filming this, but when it hits fall, it's just going to look just even more beautiful. And that's what I'm anticipating, because it looks more rich in real life and outdoor real lighting. Beautiful. So we have two more, 209 in Alter Ego, and this is what that color looks like. It's don't know if I would use a lip liner. Let's see. I'm gonna use a deeper lip liner. I'm using a ColourPop Lippy in Control CTRL. I know it's not Luxury Beauty, but it's what I have. Yeah, it looks actually better with the lip liner. It only has a little bit more brown in it, but I'm not mad about it. It actually goes really well with this kind of like colors like this. But you can see definitely where these fall vibes are definitely coming in with this entire collection. Last lipstick is 211 Subtile. Definitely the reddest of the bunch. A little bit of orange in it, so I'm taking my liner from Lisa Eldridge in Cinnabar. Okay, so those are the lipstick swatches. Actually, my first impressions, I actually tried these out before with this video, and I have to say that at first I didn't like them. I definitely had my favorite too, and now that I'm, you know, I have a full face of makeup on, I actually really love all 5 of them. I think they look very similar. I don't think you need all 5. This entire collection, at least the 5 that I have, screams very much like fall colors to me, and very subtle, very elegant. I would say off the bat, if you're wanting to get one that you really, I would recommend, would be 198 Nuance. And that is the one that's been sold out. I just checked the Chanel website. I think all of them are available, but I've seen other content creators also loving Nuance. I feel like this is the color that is probably, if you're my skin tone or lighter, it's going to be like this kind of universal kind of nice color for people to use. And I didn't get the deeper ones just because I didn't want any more deep lipsticks in my collection, because I just know I don't really gravitate towards them. My second favorite one would probably be a Demi-Mot, the first one I use, which is the pinky, very nude one, which is like an everyday color. I could see myself just putting that in my purse, and that would be an everyday color for me. So my 2 favorite are the 196 A Demi-Mot and 198 Nuance. So I love those 2 the best, and I would say Nuance first. And then I would say I really like the Inattendu more. Let's see. Yes, it's this one. I didn't care for Alter Ego as much. It's a bit too much like 90s lipstick for me, and not really like wanting to revisit that time in my life again. But it's definitely a look. That's probably my least favorite. Yeah, I could probably do without Alter Ego. It's just too brown for me, but it's definitely a look. Yeah, I would say first Nuance, and then a Demi-Mot, then 199. I liked, yeah, 199 Inattendu, and then 211, which I have on my lips, Subtile, and my least favorite was 219 Alter Ego, just because it's too like 90s look for me. But overall, what I do think about this collection, I'm glad that Chanel finally came out with a range of nude colors that are really geared towards fall. I think they're really beautiful. You know, that's why I haven't really gotten a lot of Chanel lipsticks. I'm not really into the super pinks or the reds, and like the reds they have, at least, because they're really, really bright. But I think these are just beautiful everyday colors that I could use in the fall. And definitely, I would say if you're interested, pick up one or two of these colors. I have to say that out of the Chanel collection, this formula is not my favorite formula. I would say my favorite formula from them so far has been the Rouge Coco Blooms, which I think are beautiful. I am actually wanting to pick up more of these blooms, but I probably won't until, because I just bought these. But there's something about those blooms. This is the satin finish, but the blooms are like a balmy, hydrating, glossy finish. And what I found with the Rouge Coco Blooms is that even if the gloss wears down, the lipstick is still there, like there's a lip stain. These I haven't used enough to let you know. I can report back in the comments below how it wears throughout the day. I haven't done a wear test on these. This is like a first impressions, or second impressions, but I have not put these to the test on like how they wear. One would definitely have to reapply if you're going to eat, but in terms of the sheen, I think it does wear down. It's not going to be, it's more like I know it's a satin finish, but sometimes it feels a little bit, there's some moisture to it, but you know, I'm just used to having like really, really hydrated lips, like lip oils and whatnot. So that's what the Rouge Coco Bloom is like. It's super slick, super hydrating, and super pigmented. So like it's like a one sweep lipstick, versus I find with the Rouge Allures, I sometimes have to go over once or twice, especially the lighter colors. I have to go over like once or twice, if not 3 times, because my lips are I have an under pigment. So that's something to note. So if you're looking for a lipstick that you just want the instant impact, I would say check out the Chanel Rouge Coco Blooms. Super pigmented, super nourishing, almost like a balm. My second favorite formula of Chanel are the Rouge Tenue Ultra Tenue, Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue lipsticks. And these, I have about 5 of these. And again, the reason why I love these is not only the color story, these are like all the different nudes that I ended up picking up, and they're just glorious on my skin tone. Like I picked up all like the nude ones that would work for me, and then a pop of a bright one. But these are definitely mask proof, so, and all day proof. So if I'm going to an event or a party and I want my lipstick to last and I don't want to fuss, I will use that. Those will often be my purse. These are not mask proof, and I would have to reapply these. So I hope that review was helpful for you and that you found some of these colors interesting. You ended up picking some of these Chanel nude lipsticks for the fall. Let me know what color you ended up picking up and which ones you're loving, or if you're thinking about getting them, what color you're interested in. And I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think, which were the best colors for me and which ones you didn't like. That's okay, because you don't have to like everything. Makeup is subjective. So if there's ones that you really like, let me know. And if you were like, oh girl, don't wear that color, let me know, because I want to know if like, there's a color that doesn't look good on me as well. I'd love to hear your comments below, beauty fam. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love to have you as part of the Mickey Carr Beauty fam. So please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell below, because it lets you know when I upload a new video. Also, it helps if you comment and like below. It helps out my channel for engagement. And as always, please be very kind to yourself and others, and just be you. And until the next video, take care, beauty fam. Bye.